Hello students, welcome to Notebook. In the previous lesson, you learned that the Earth is not exactly spherical in shape. The Earth is flattened towards the poles. Thus the Earth has a geoid structure. Globes are miniature, three-dimensional representations of the Earth. On a globe, continents, countries, and oceans are shown. Globes may be of varying shapes. A needle passing through the north and south poles holds the globe in its slightly tilted position. This is called an axis. This allows us to rotate the Earth. It is important to remember that the Earth has no actual axis passing through it. However, an imaginary axis tilts the Earth at 66.5 degrees with respect to its orbital plane. The equator is an imaginary line which divides the Earth into two equal halves, the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. The equator represents the 0-degree latitude. It is an important reference point to locate places on the globe. All parallel lines from the equator to the north and south poles are called parallels of latitudes. These latitudes too, like the equator, are measured in degrees. The North Pole lies in 90 degrees, north latitude, and the South Pole lies in the 90 degrees south latitude. Latitudes in the northern hemisphere are called north latitudes, and those in the southern hemisphere are called south latitudes. Now, let us locate some of the important parallels of latitudes. Besides the equator, the North Pole, and the South Pole, there are 4 important parallels of latitudes. Tropic of Cancer in the northern hemisphere is at 23.5 degrees north. Tropic of Capricorn in the southern hemisphere is at 23.5 degrees south. Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere is at 66.5 degrees north. Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere is at 66.5 degrees south. Now that we know about the important lines of latitudes, let us learn how these latitudes divide the Earth into different heat zones. The area between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn receives the maximum amount of heat from the sun's rays. This area is known as the tropical or torrid zone. The midday sun is exactly overhead at least once a year on all the latitudes in this region. The areas between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in the north and the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle are known as temperate zones. The midday sun never shines overhead on the latitudes beyond the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. Areas lying between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole in the north and the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole in the south are known as frigid zones. These regions are very cold as the sun does not rise much above the horizon. Latitudes, while helpful, are not enough to locate a place on the Earth. To fix the position of a place more accurately, we need to know how far east or west the place is situated. For this purpose, imaginary lines running from the North Pole to the South Pole are referred to. These lines are called meridians of longitude. The longitudes are semicircles running from the North Pole to the South Pole. Distance between the poles is greatest at the equator. Distance between the longitudes decreases towards the poles, where all the meridians meet. All meridians of longitudes are equal in length and therefore difficult to number. It was decided that the imaginary longitude passing through the British Royal Observatory in Greenwich would be valued at the 0-degree longitude. From the 0-degree longitude at Greenwich, we can count to 180 degrees east and 180 degrees west. It should be noted that 180 degrees east and 180 degrees west are the same line. The prime meridian and the 180 degrees meridian divide the earth into two equal halves, the eastern and the western hemisphere. Now that you know what latitudes and longitudes are, you can easily locate a place on the globe. All you need to know are the latitude and the longitude of the place. For example, Kolkata is located at 22.57 degrees north latitude and 88.36 degrees east longitude. Can you try and locate Kolkata on a map or a globe, knowing its latitudinal and longitudinal coordinates? Each degree of longitude is divided into minutes and further into seconds. When the prime meridian of Greenwich has the sun directly overhead at the highest point in the sky, all places along this meridian will show noon or midday. The earth rotates from west to east. Therefore, places to the east of Greenwich will be ahead of Greenwich time. Places to the west of Greenwich will be behind in time. The earth rotates 360 degrees in 24 hours. Therefore, 15 degrees accounts for an hour, or 1 degree is equal to 4 minutes. Thus, when it is 1 p.m. in Greenwich, you can calculate what the time will be 20 degrees east to Greenwich. That's correct. It will be 2:20 p.m. We have learned to calculate the time according to the meridians of longitude. Let us now learn what the standard time is. The local time of places differ according to their meridians of latitude. India lies between 68 degrees east and 97 degrees east. Therefore, there is a distance of 29 degrees or 1 hour 56 minutes between Dwarka in Gujarat in the west and Dibrugarh in Assam in the east. In India, 82 degrees 30 minutes or 82.5 degrees east is treated as the standard meridian. Therefore, the local time for this meridian is treated as the standard time for the whole country. This is known as the Indian Standard Time. India is located to the east of Greenwich. It is 5.5 hours ahead of Greenwich time. Thus, when it will be 12 p.m. in Greenwich, it will be 5:30 p.m. in India. Now you know how to locate a place through its coordinates and how to tell the time according to the longitude of a place. With that, we come to the end of this lesson. See you soon in other videos of Notebook. Till then, keep learning.